treadles and feeds. You can pull forward with your right hand. I don't think you can see this. You can pull back with your right hand. You can pull forward with your left hand. The important thing is to be consistent. And I am treadling twice to each feed. I've done this enough that I know that's about what I need. If you are just starting and you don't know how much twist to put in, experiment a few times. Pull it off and see how it's going. And then adjust. And here again, I'm ready to move the yarn over. I'll be back when I'm back because I've come to my knot. And I want to show you how to deal with this. It was loosely tied, so I can just undo it, and I'm going to spin almost up to the end to ply. Then I'm going to overlap a good inch or two, and it came apart again, and I'm not worried about it. That's one of the things I like. Now you get to see a good one because I've managed to break both strands, and part of that is because in plying I am unspinning. Now I really want to go back and have a good overlap. I don't want both strands to overlap and splice in at the same place. So I'll start one. I've got to get my other end here. Back and do a good 6 to 8 inches. Now you can see how softly spun this is, and that's just a big fluff, and that's going to fuzz out and be great. I'll overlap again, and I put just a tiny bit of extra twist in there. The yarn is plied and it's ready to be skeined. To skein the yarn, I use a niddy. Little poem, niddy noddy, 2 heads, 1 body. I'm going to loosen the tension on the wheel, just like I did when I was balling. Tie a loop, put it over one end of the niddy, and then I'm going to go around and around. This was the hardest thing I had to teach someone who was blind, was how to use a niddy. And once you get going, you really just use your wrist. This is a 2-yard niddy. So every time I go around, I'll have about 2 yards on here. Sometimes the yarn is real bouncy and it will pull up when you take it off. Dog hair is not. So 1, 2, 3. Right now I have 7 2-yard wraps. I'll be back when I've finished. I'm going to see if I can show you the skeining a little better. So that's 7, 8, 9. So you can see how the niddy works. I finished getting the yarn on the niddy. Have about 120 yards in this skein. Now I'm going to tie it off. Turn around so you can see. I pull off the loop where I started. Then I tie this. And I do it on the other side. I'm just going to tie this in 2 places. You can tie it in 4. In fact, if you enter it in the fair or competitions, you're usually required to tie it in 4 places. I tie it loosely so that when I wash the yarn, the water can get all the way through. Take it off the niddy, and I missed a missed a strand in here. So I'll go back and tie that in. Then I twist the skein, fold it over, and it's finished. Now I'm going to soak it in very hot soapy water for about 10 minutes and rinse it. Hang it up, roll it in a towel to blot it out, and hang it up to dry. You can see it's going to be fuzzy, and the more this yarn is handled, the fuzzier it gets, or the more halo it will develop.